Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ Nuki, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
We back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
You just cut me off.
First of all, I don't know why you held it that long.
Because I was doing me.
I didn't know.
Tune into the show, you'll know. But welcome back to the channel, man. Hey, we got a top 10 craziest things Pablo Escobar has done. Hey, y'all said y'all wanted, so it's only right that we gonna bring it over here on the channel for y'all. So we ain't gonna hold y'all much longer. But before we get into it, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. If you want to further support, just always check down below. Also, we always salute to the comment of the day. We highly appreciate our comments over here on the platform. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into 10 craziest things Pablo Escobar has ever
done. It's like ever done, though. That's all to say.
O plomo.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most insane and violent things Pablo Escobar ever did.
Dígale que no me contento con menos de 30.
Cartel de Cali no va a aceptar eso, Pablo.
I don't know of another criminal who was properly accused of blowing up a commercial airliner.
I told Mr. Escobar, are you talking to me about human rights?
For this list, we're looking at the craziest crimes the cartel leader committed. Which of these things do you find the most insane?
He worse than Chapo. He worse.
Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Kidnapping powerful people. Pablo Escobar may not have personally snatched people from the streets, but he was the one pulling the strings. The Medellin cartel he led was well known for kidnapping prominent individuals such as politicians, journalists, and children. In January 1990, the cartel kidnapped the son of the Colombian president's advisor.
The
kidnapping was ordered by Escobar to retaliate against the president's recent crackdown on drugs. Just a few months later, numerous people were kidnapped under Escobar's orders. Future Minister for Education Maruja Pachon Castro and journalists Francisco Santos Calderon and Diana Turbay were all held hostage. Unfortunately, Turbay tragically died while the police were trying to rescue her.
Guys, we have a problem.
Number 9. Relying on a notorious hitman. Jairo Velázquez, who went by the nickname Popeye, was a prominent hitman who worked with the Medellin cartel. While he was doing jobs for them, he was forced to assassinate his lover and Escobar's ex-lover, Wendy Chavarriaga Gil. Popeye eventually admitted to killing over 250 people before he surrendered to the police in 1992.
He killed his own, bro. That's, this dude, wow.
He was also responsible for the aforementioned kidnapping of Francisco Santos Calderon. Popeye served 22 years in prison for his numerous crimes that ranged from murder to helping plant a bomb. After his release in 2014, Velázquez published a book, appeared in Narcos, and became a YouTube personality. He was eventually sent to jail again and died of esophageal cancer in 2020. Number 8. Assassinating his own allies and employees. Even those close to Pablo Escobar had reason to fear him. As we touched on before, he personally ordered the death of his ex-lover, Wendy Chavarriaga Gil. But his romantic interests weren't the only ones that faced Escobar's ire.
Dígale que no me contento con menos de 30.
Cartel de Cali no va a aceptar eso, Pablo.
30 millones. Si el cartel de Cali desea la paz.
A waiter was once caught stealing silverware from Escobar's home. In retaliation, the cartel leader had the employee drowned in the swimming pool. He also killed associates Gerardo Moncada and Fernando Galliano after accusing them of stealing money. Escobar's paranoia and brutality eventually grew so bad that his allies turned against him and joined a vigilante group called Los Pepes. Financed by the Cali cartel, the group aimed to eliminate Escobar and his operations. Number 7.
Bro, wow.
Wow.
Crazy. Oh, man, it's I don't know what to, like, we ain't even, what's this, number 8? Lord only knows what's number 1.
Forcing a woman to terminate her pregnancy. For 6 years throughout the 1980s, a TV reporter named Virginia Vallejo was romantically linked to Escobar.
Escuché que usted le dijo a su madre que algún día sería presidente de Colombia.
And despite falling for the powerful man, she later called him a monster. Vallejo began to disassociate from Escobar after he told her a particularly heinous and chilling story. One of his former lovers, believed to be the aforementioned Wendy Chavarriaga Hill, became pregnant without his approval. In retaliation, Escobar had this woman kidnapped by 4 associates and taken to a veterinarian to forcefully terminate the pregnancy.
¿A dónde está la hembra, huevón?
The abortion was allegedly performed without anesthetic before Escobar ordered her death. This action prompted Vallejo to contact the authorities just 6 days before the cartel leader met his end. Number 6. Being connected.
Why would he put her through all that torture?
Bro, because he got power and he got...
And then turn around and have her... That's sick.
Luis Carlos Hallands' murder. Presidential candidate Luis Carlos Hallan was a very public opponent of both the Medellin cartel and Pablo Escobar. In addition to denouncing them in campaign speeches, Hallan aimed to support an extradition treaty that would see cartel members extradited to the U.S. to face punishment. The cartel was extremely unhappy with his words, and they repeatedly sent him death threats. They even threatened to go after his children if he didn't stop. While campaigning, Hallan was explicitly warned by the authorities not to visit the town of Soacha, but he went ahead anyway. Hallan was subsequently gunned down in front of 10,000 people while walking on stage to give a speech. Number 5. Supporting M19.
Oh my God is right.
On November 6, 1985, members of guerrilla group M19 besieged the Palace of Justice in Bogota, which houses the Supreme Court of Colombia. The Colombian military stormed the palace in an attempt to rescue the hostages. By the end of the ordeal, much of the building had been destroyed, and over 100 people were dead, including 43 civilians and 11 Supreme Court justices. The siege has not been officially linked to the Medellin cartel, but some have claimed otherwise. Escobar's own son claims that his father paid the guerrilla organization $1 million to support their cause.
This was Escobar, classic. He's cut a deal with M19. Next, you'll tell us Escobar sank the Titanic.
This was verified by Escobar's ex-lover, Virginia Vallejo, who testified in court that Escobar had personally financed the group so they could steal important files from the Supreme Court. Number 4. Destroying Avianca Flight 203. On November 27, 1989, Avianca Flight 203 was flying from Bogota to Cali with 107 people on board.
He goes, he dies. Oh, what are you talking about?
Believing that presidential candidate Cesar Gaviria would be one of the passengers, Escobar plotted to blow up the plane.
See, that's my... Nah.
Like, you don't care about nobody else. You just care about getting this one person.
Yeah, that's all he cared about.
That is crazy.
Like, I can...
Wow.
Nervioso. A ver lo lindo que es volar.
It's said that one of his associates boarded the plane with plastic explosives and sat above the fuel tank to cause a massive explosion. The plane did explode, killing everyone on board, and the raining debris killed a further 3 civilians on the ground. But Escobar later discovered that Gaviria was never on board that plane. Gaviria subsequently became president. And after 2 Americans died in the bombing, President George Bush Sr.'s administration became invested in stopping Escobar. Number 3. A series of horrific bombings.
Todos los problemas se deben a los gringos imperialistas.
Amidst increasing fears of extradition to the United States, the Medellin cartel and their associates created an organization known as the Extraditables. Their aim was mainly to ban extradition.
Mejor una tumba en Colombia o una cárcel en los Estados Unidos. ¿Qué te parece?
The group began its life publishing ads in newspapers and corrupting politicians. But their actions eventually escalated into horrific violence. This included a brutal reign of terror that saw the extraditables and cartel members setting off numerous bombs in 1990. The year prior, the Medellin cartel planted a bomb outside the headquarters of the Administrative Department of Security. This detonation leveled 14 city blocks. When the dust settled, 63 people were dead and over 2,000 were injured. This bombing came just 9 days after that of Avianca Flight 203. Number 2, police officer bounty.
I'm speechless because it's I knew he was like, what? But I didn't know he was like, what?
The authorities were incredibly interested in Pablo Escobar, his cartel, and his terrorist acts. Unfortunately, many within the police force were in Escobar's deep pockets.
Yo soy Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria. Mis ojos están en todos lados, o sea, ustedes no pueden hacer una puta sola mierda en el departamento de Antioquia sin que yo me entere. Sí, señores, no pueden mover un dedo.
Many other officers outside his payroll were routinely murdered. Escobar offered the equivalent of $700 in today's American currency as a bonus to his hitmen for each police officer they assassinated. Unfortunately, the people under his employ really went after this incentive. It's estimated that nearly 600 police officers met their demise at the hands of Escobar's hitmen. Knowing that the cartel leader was willing to pay out these incentives shows how morally bankrupt he was. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Thousands of deaths. It's unclear just how many people died at the hands of Pablo Escobar and his cartel.
Por lo que he visto, no quiere parar.
With that said, estimates have placed the number between 4,000 and 5,000 fatalities. This staggering statistic came about through all the means we mentioned. He ordered assassinations, incentivized eliminating police officers, and permitted numerous bombings. At one time, Escobar's reign made Medellin, the cartel's home base, one of the world's most violent cities. After Escobar's death in 1991, crime rates in the city began to fall. Medellin was finally free of one of the most dangerous men in modern history.
¡Viva Colombia! ¡Matamos a Pablo Escobar!
Do you agree with our picks?
Wow.
Check out this other recent clip.
Did I miss something? Did he ever get his hands dirty himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did. Yeah. And that's one reason why he was able to rule, because they knew he'll do it his own self.
If
you didn't do it, he was gonna kill
take
you
out and then do what he needs to do.
He was gonna kill you personally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one I'm lost for words after this.
What you said?
Bro, it's crazy, man. Y'all let us know what else y'all want to see in the comment section down below. I ain't know. He was a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
Man,
but he was.
Let us know y'all thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, man. But as always, y'all know how it go. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. That's it. We are. And yeah, y'all.
No time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my pocket.